channel. I'm Rosie Henshaw. If you're new here, then welcome. It's lovely to meet you. And if you're an existing guys, then thank you so much for coming back. So I do apologise that I cannot reach over the counter anymore like I used to over my table. So this is the new setup now. So grab yourselves a nice cup of tea and some snacks. Mine's a cup of tea and it's in my Emma Bridgewater Union Jack mug. And I've been doing some prep work, guys. So I've got some paint on my hands and we are ready to go. So I'm really excited. So my tea's actually cooled down now. So today's video, if you've seen the click on link, you will see it's actually transforming pound shop cheap items into expensive shabby chic home luxe decor pieces. I'm really, really happy. I think I spent £1, 2, 3, 4, 5 £5. And these items are going to look amazing. I've also picked up some other bits as well because I'm going to do 2 separate videos because I actually picked up so much stuff because there were so many things I wanted to transform. So that will be next week. So we're going to do like a part 1 now. So today's video, we might as well get into, guys. But I have got a little bit of news I want to share with you, hence the surprise area in the video. So the reason for my videos, lack of videos at the moment, I've obviously said we've been having the reno done, which has obviously been done now. But I have been really, really poorly. So me and Gary are actually expecting baby number 4. So I have been, we're really, really happy. But I have been having the worst morning sickness. So I've been on tablets, I've been back and forward to the doctors, and I'm finally starting to feel like me. So, you know, I said this is a hobby of mine, it's not a job. So I will only ever come on when I feel good and it's like I enjoy it. So yeah, I've been out of it. I've only done it on the odd occasion when I felt okay enough to do it, but the morning sickness has subsided now, obviously, as you go into your 2nd trimester. So we're really excited. Baby number 4's coming, and yeah, so let's get into the video. Hence why I can't really, I've only got a tiny bump. I think where I'm already a little bit stretched and a few cakes in there already. Baby's got like a nice squishy area where I've not like completely popped yet because it was half popped from like a cake anyway. So yeah, let's just get into the video. We're 2 minutes in, but that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to share my news and let you know that, yeah, baby number 4, baby Henshaw 4 is on its way. So I dare say I will carry on with the trial hauls and all that now, guys, but I felt too sick. And we're going to have to just get loads of flowy dresses again, guys, because I don't think I'm going to fit into a lot of other items soon. So the first thing I picked up from the pound shop is actually these fences. Now, these are amazing anyway. So these are these lovely plastic fences. Did I say how big they are? Yeah, they're 60 centimetres in width and in height 33 centimetres. They've got these little stakes underneath which you can obviously pop into the ground, and they also join up with these little links either side. So these are really good if you want a little border area, but I saw these and thought, lantern. I thought shabby chic. These look like the fleur-de-lis in France sort of pattern, and I thought we are going to turn these into lanterns. So I've done a little bit of prep work. So I've just got these sort of like large cutters. They're really dirty. They're like from the garden. I don't know what these actually ones are meant to be, but I've got these cutters. I'm going to just cut the label off. And all I did is I started to cut off the bottom pieces. Obviously be really careful because they can fling around the room. Maybe put some goggles on. I'm just going to, I don't need to cut that piece actually because I'm only going to use the end. Now to make a lantern, you're going to need to have 2 of these panels. So it's going to cost £2 to make one of these lanterns. Because you're going to need that last piece on the end and that last piece on the end, because obviously there's a bit of plastic here, so by the time you cut that off there won't be enough to make a lantern unless you want to make a big double lantern, which would look really nice. So I'm just going to cut, making sure that I keep this piece, you can see this piece I want to keep on it, so just carefully cut. I'm going to go a bit quiet now for the first time in forever. So you see what I mean. We want to keep this nice big edge here. So I'm going to cut them all the way down. You probably could do this with scissors. I did just try, and mine are pretty new kitchen scissors, but they wasn't as hardy as we needed. So you'll end up with these little sections once you cut the bottom little stakes off and off the edge. A little bit rough, but you won't see that bit in a minute. And obviously just keep this bit on the edges. So then we're going to use the other end as well. So just going to cut, oh, this piece. He's going to be flinging at you in a minute, guys. Oh. How has everyone been? How is everyone feeling now that all the lockdown measures are starting to, you know, all the shops are going to be opening again soon. Pubs, see friends in the garden, can't you? Up to 6 people in England, obviously. I know the rules are slightly different everywhere else. So obviously these are interlinking pieces, so you can just pop them in and they link in. I should do, because I'm trying to do it so that you can see what I'm doing, because I'm wearing a black dress. But they basically pop in, or they should. There you go, because they click in so they stay. And I'm just going to turn them like that so they're on corner hinges. Like this. I've got a little piece of cardboard I'm going to put underneath. And what I'm going to do is I just got a tester pot. So this colour is called Delicate Chalk from Wilko, but any white paint you've got. Mine are currently in the summer house, behind loads of stuff, so I would have just used any white paint that I already had. So I'm using this, and all I'm going to do is dip it in slightly into a small brush. I got this for 99p, it's a very, very small 12mm one from B&M. I'm getting a bit of a confused brain lately, maybe it's baby brain, I'm not sure. It's a 12mm brush, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to roughly sort of pat this on, very like French looking, shabby chic, rustic, because you could solidly paint this white and then sand it or add black, but actually if it's black underneath, just do it like this. You can see a lot of the black still coming through. And we're going to paint this all up, and it's going to start to look really, really nice. And I've made one earlier so that you can see, because we're officially on Blue Peter again, guys. So we're going to paint all this up, and it will start to look really, really lovely. Starts to look really nice. You can do this in any colours you want. I think like a duck egg blue might look really nice as well. So I've done one earlier, one half earlier, and you can see the sort of finish on this. Very, very shabby chic. So now all I'm going to need to do is plug in my, I should have switched that on a minute ago, is my hot glue gun. And we are just going to join them together, because obviously these don't have the joins. We're going to join them together like so. Obviously you can't really see the back bit. Going to join them together, and it will be like a lovely little lantern. And you can have this on your garden table, in your kitchen. You can have a nice candle in the middle of this. But we've got a candle on the go. Let's go get a candle on the go, guys, so that you can see what it's going to look like. Yes, we've got a candle. Yeah, we've got a candle. We've got a candle, don't you worry. So you can just put this on a nice mirrored tray. I've got this mirrored tray from the pound shop. You could probably put this out there. I'm going to glue it together once the hot glue's dry. Put a nice candle in there. You can put some eucalyptus around it at the bottom. Once it's all painted, it's just going to look really, really pretty. I think we should finish it off so you can see what the final look is. I'll show you at the end what they'll look like. I'll just do a little montage video. But obviously, so that the video is not too long, I won't delve into the painting right this second. So now the hot glue gun is not hot, but we'll wait another second. I might as well carry on with the painting for 2 more seconds while that's heating up. So you can roughly see the edges. I think it's more the top that makes you not be able to see it. But this paint, because it's going on really like sort of dry, like a dry rub, it really dries really quickly anyway. So I did do the inside a little bit as well, because I thought that would work quite well by doing the inside. So I've just roughly done the inside on this one. I think it looks really pretty. Should have worn a bright pink dress or something that you can see this stand against. The reason I say bright pink dress is because I ordered a nice bright pink dress, and I keep thinking, oh, should I save that for when I actually go for a nice meal in a garden somewhere? Because I haven't been out in absolutely forever, especially because I've been feeling so ill. Haven't really been eating hardly anything, which makes no sense because I'm still gaining a weight, guys. But yeah, so I just thought, do you know what? You've been out, you can have carnage of a food. It's like a balloon tent sort of dress. I'm gonna wear that, and I'm just gonna eat my body weight in food. Anything that I fancy on that day, I suppose, because that's just changing by the day as well. Completely gone off meat, not on purpose. I was veggie before I had up until probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I'd say nearly veggie, nearly completely veggie, never really hardly any meat or whatever. But yeah, can't stand meat at the moment, which is just ridiculous. I don't know, why is that? I swore I'd never be like this with my fourth, because with your first, you know, you just, all you talk about is babies and pregnancy and rah rah rah. And I was like, do you know what, I'm not going to do that, I'm so over it, I've got 3 already, who wants to hear about it? And here I am telling you I can't eat meat. So, the hot glue gun is hot. Actually, that would work for a hot glue gun, wouldn't it? So all I'm going to do is run a little bit of glue up the edge. A nice big thick piece. Make sure you just do one side at a time because they do tend to dry really, really quickly. And we're just going to pop them together. I'm going to stick a little bit of glue extra while they're there together. You could obviously paint over this, you're not going to see this, so it really won't matter. And it's quite good because there's a little bit of a gap anyway. I'm going to let that dry quickly. Dries pretty instant. Stuck a little bit to the table, so I'll put a little mat down. And we're just going to do this one as well. So a nice big bit of glue on here, because you can obviously, while it's still warm, you can sort of like, still malleable, so you can push it around, make it a bit flatter if you want to. There we go, and then just push these two together as well. Just hold them down until they're dry. Oh, can you hear that, guys? Exactly. So nice and quiet. Silence! It's lovely. They're all watching a film at the minute. Gary's watching a film with the kids. That's why it's so nice on the weekends to do these kind of videos, because Gary's home. Obviously it's better when the kids are at school, but had so much catching up of stuff to clear up. So we have our beautiful little lantern, and I just think that looks really, really pretty. It costs £2. It's just going to look really nice on the side. We can put a nice little candle in it. Can you see that? That's the problem when everything's white, you can't see nothing or everything's black. So yeah, really, really pretty. So that's the first piece, and I will show you at the end what everything looks like. I'm going to style it up and just do a little bit of a zhuzh cam around. So the next thing I picked up was also at £1, so you're only going to need to buy one of these unless you want to make more of them. So the next thing I'm making is, we've got these glass fish bowls. Now these are normally in the party section, they're plastic, they're really nice, they're only £1, and they're plain. But what I've started to do is get my glue gun and make little tiny glue dots all over. So while the glue gun is still hot, I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I just pick in random sections, spacing the sections, making sure there's a little bit of space in between, and I'm just dribbling little like chocolate drops onto them. They haven't got to be perfect, and you go like that and they tend to make like a little long piece, but once they're a little bit warmer you can push them down a little bit, squish them down, and I've done loads of these all over. I'm just going to do a few more. So this is to get the bubble effect. Now if you watch any of my videos and you've seen any home tours, you will know I absolutely love bubbled chinaware and like bubbled vases, all that kind of stuff. It's all really good, but they tend to be really expensive from like lovely companies called Amara and stuff like that, and sometimes you can pay in the region of like £40–50 for a vase, which is just really expensive, and we can probably make something very similar ourselves. So I'm going to get my little bit of card again. Can we turn the hot glue gun off? No, we can't, because we're going to need that again. So yet again, this is just, so all of these crafts, all we're going to really need is a little bit of like leftover paint and a glue gun, and obviously some tools to help you. So you can do this in whatever colour you want. I'm going to use the white again because I think this is the best sort of colour. These are the kind of colours that go with my colour scheme, and also a lot of like the ones I've seen online that I like tend to be white. So all we're going to do is a really nice thick coat, but we are going to go over the bubbles as well. I will show you up close as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to really, really roughly paint this so that you get loads and loads of texture. I will show you up close, like I said at the end, you'll see like a really, this is more the method of what it is. So we're going really rough with the texture. You can add a little bit of like, I see on Emily Norris, she's made some terracotta inspired paints. You can add a little bit of like baking soda to this and it makes it a little bit look like terracotta sort of like texture. But you could also just add sand or salt, anything with a grit in it, and that will sort of add that sort of grit that you want. But I'm having it smooth-ish. We're just going for the lovely, you see, lovely big bubbles on it. I think I'll see it better, like I say, when we go back over it. But I'm just going to do the front section so you can see. I get so excited when I start to do these crafts. But like, I'm like, oh, I'll show you at the end because I want to get on to the next one. I want to show you the next one because I get these little ideas and I think, oh, that's going to be good. I've done a lot of bobble sort of style stuff before. We've done it with clay on the little plant pots for the garden, which was quite cool. And I have done it with like little like beaded stickers when we made some like cake stands out of candlesticks from the pound shop as well. All of my videos, like craft ones, are on here if you want to go and have a little watch. But I just thought with the glue, like with a glue stick, it just works quite nicely. And then a lot of people have glue guns. I know a lot of the crafters do, people that watch it. If not, you can get them from the pound shop, they're very cheap. I think they're about £5, and then glue sticks are only £1. So we're going to need another coat on this. Here you can see. We're going to need another coat on this. You're going to need to go again so that it's nice and solid, and then you can perhaps sand it. But then with some nice beautiful, oh, smashing the next thing up, some beautiful dried eucalyptus and stuff like that. A lot shorter than that, obviously. You can put all these in, make it look really, really pretty. It looks really expensive, but I'll show you at the end again what the look we're going for. You know what I mean? Because I'm just edging on to the next thing again. So the next thing I picked up again was £1. So lovely little mirror, plain mirror. You can see all my little setup and my little camera stand in the background. So yeah. So I've got this mirror. It was only £1 from the pound shop. These are also in the wedding section. I think they're like sort of the trays to go underneath candles. Oh, don't want to do that view again. So yeah, so I thought what we could do is turn this into a really nice mirror to hang up. So the best way to hang these up, because obviously they're solid, I've seen a few people make mirrors like this, for similar ones from B&M, and then they're sort of stuck as to how to hang them on the wall. So all I've done is pick mine up from Wicker. You can get these from anywhere, relatively cheaply. Mine were £2.20, and all I've got is a pack of 6 damage-free, removable, double-side stickers. So you stick them on the back, probably need 2 on this once I've put all the bits on it, and then you can stick it to the wall damage-free, so you don't need to drill any hooks or anything into the mirror. I wouldn't use glue. I think these tend to be a bit more sticky, so these ones instead. And you can obviously, I think the brand is called Command. So I've got some dried eucalyptus. Now this is just left over because I like to have some floral arrangements around the house. I've actually got 1, 2, 3 on the go that I can see. So I've got some left over. These are actually from a lady called Boho. But you can get online on eBay and stuff. You can get them for like £2, maybe £1. I picked up these bunny ears off of eBay for 60p. These little bunny towels. So you really can get them cheap. They was from like a Chinese seller. They're sort of a lot of haberdashery section. You can get these really, really cheap. You don't have to spend fortunes. I know you see them on Instagram. It's really good to shop local, but at the same time, these are just for like a little quick craft, and you don't know how it's going to turn out. eBay and Amazon tends to do these really, really cheap. So I'm just going to use some leftover eucalyptus. They are really lovely quality eucalyptus that I always get from her. They don't dry out. Sometimes they say up to 12 months that they'll last for, but they always last a lot longer. So all I'm going to do is get my glue gun. Should have put this on an extension lead, guys. Where's my other glue stick? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the mirror up, and just around the edge I'm just going to place a nice thick piece of glue, and then put that down on the side, and I'm just going to work in the eucalyptus. Now you can get from the pound shop, I'll show you in a second because I think I've got some pound shop ones here. You can get from the pound shop and cheap shop, so I'm just sort of turning it round as I go round, so we're just putting the eucalyptus going round, if that makes sense. And then we're just going to add a bit more glue. These would be really nice in a baby's nursery as well. You know, like when they have all these sort of signs and like hello world and stuff, a few little mirrors on the wall, a little bit of dry glue on there. Now the last little bit that I've got, I'm actually going to tuck it to behind, just because I think that it will look a little bit neater rather than keeping the little straggly bit at the front. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on the back here, and then pop the last bit that's behind here and just hold it nice and tightly so you can see what I'm doing. And with some scissors, I'm just going to cut off that last little bit so you can't see it. Oh, unglued it now, that's alright. And then I'm just probably going to add another piece, just to layer it up, add a bit more texture, make it look really pretty. So I might do this one coming round a little bit thicker on the side. So yet again, just glue these out, place them where you want them to be placed. And right, so we're layering it outwards a little bit so it gets a little bit thicker on the edge. Press it down nice and tight so it actually sticks. We're running out of glue here, guys. As you can see, I'm not very prepared. Again. But this is just like literally a cheap £1 mirror that is just going to look really pretty on the wall. I thought we could add maybe 1 or 2 little bunny tails to this as well, just to give it that little boho vibe. So I'm just going to cut these quite low down. Maybe I'll just put those scissors underneath the tray. We're going to cut a few of these little bunny tails. Got for like 60p. And I thought we're just going to add a little bit of glue in the centre here. And I'm just going to stick a few little bunny tails. You could add flowers to this. Flowers would look really pretty as well. Just put a bit more glue because, I'm sorry, I've got to do this with 2 hands. I've got to push the glue in because I forgot to get some more glue sticks out of the shed. I brought in 4 and thought that would be enough, but obviously I went a bit crazy with the glue on the little bowl. And press that down nicely and that should stick lovely. And you could probably do some little bunny tails the whole way round. That would look really, really cute going in on the inside. Really sweet, £1. So this is like £1 to make, obviously 60p. I've used 3 little stems off of that whole bunch. And obviously let's not forget, you can go in your garden and cut a lot of these things if you have Pampers in your garden. If you've got old Pampers, sometimes you want to get some old ones, and get rid of your old ones if they've got a bit damaged, and buy some new ones, so you can obviously just use them for the mirror. I thought up close it's really pretty, that mirror. Hello. And then also with the lantern, I thought that was really, really cute, shabby chic little lantern as well. And then as this is drying to this lovely little like bobbly bowl, it's going to need, like I say, another coat. And then the last thing isn't really a sort of craft, it's more a hack. So I saw these in there, they've got these lovely little hanging baskets, and these are wicker, and these are only £1 in there, but they're really, really small. So what I thought is, if we could cut off the little piece of metal, take the chains off, and bend the metal back onto the inside, because bend it back on itself inside, because it needs the metal for the structure. We'll do that again. Just using a little pair of pliers or something is quite easy to bend it back on itself. Take them out. Now, I've got a few of these myself, and I can honestly say they are about £20 minimum for these sort of like this type of wicker especially. You can get the knitted ones cheap from the pound shop, but I thought, you know, we can do this. So as barbecue season is upon us, or like having friends around and stuff, we've took the chain off. You could probably use that for something else. We can take the plastic out as well, just get some scissors and cut the plastic out. You could use these as a little planter that's upside down and have some flowers in this, maybe some tulips instead, rather than a hanging one. But my little idea was, now, Do you know when you have food or people over and you've got some like bread on the table or some little snacks and stuff, and you want to cover it up from the flies and obviously things like that, you can buy these little wicker ones online. Like I say, I've got a few myself. I just thought it would be ideal, so I'm going to get a little plate out, and I just thought it would be a really good idea if we had some food on a plate. I'm just going to put an apple. I know you know what I'm talking about, guys, but I'm just putting an apple on a plate because I've officially lost the plot. But it's just so that you can see what I mean. How cute are these little wicker trays? And they do have a tiny little hole on the top. I think that's for drainage. So I thought you could get like an old little doorknob on the top of this, or if you want to go really fancy, I found some old Christmas decorations. Now they do sell these in the range as well in the craft section for like £1.20. You could pop anything you want on top of this. I think a little door handle glued on would look really cute, like a little doorknob, like a little wooden one. Then you could paint these or spray paint these, and then you've got the little lid bit to hold up. But I just thought, how cute, what a cute little hack. Because I know that I'm going to get a few of these for in the garden to sort of cover up some of our little tapas and stuff that we're having when we've got friends over. So, yeah, I know, it was just a hack. I saw it and I thought, I'm going to buy them for that. So I'm just going to share that with you as well. But yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I know it's been quite a long one. I will quickly show you right at the end a little snippet of all the bits. But I've been Rosie Henshaw. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Take care. Bye. Guys, as I promised at the end I would show you. So here is how the little pot turned out. It's still dry and I'm going to give it one more coat. But obviously I wanted to just show you what it looked like. It's super cute. You can imagine that with a nice little candle next to it somewhere. It would just look really cute once it's done properly and finished. We've got a lovely little lantern. I'm going to make a few of these to put out in the garden. I thought they'd be really, really cute. You could also put like a little cardboard base on the bottom of these. And obviously glue them if you want and paint them to go. I've also got, hello, a lovely little mirror, which I think is just so cute that it can go up on the wall. And then our little hack at the end to keep my apple free from the bugs. But I'm obviously going to put a little handle on this. So yeah, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I've been Rosie Henshaw. Take care. Bye.